If your mind still wanders a lot during meditation, even after practicing all of the preceding exercises, don't get discouraged. Training the mind is a huge challenge. If you still find yourself struggling with this, you're in good company. Even Arjuna, who was highly trained in the art of warfare, struggled to control his mind. In the Bhagavad Gita, after Sri Krishna teaches him how to meditate, Arjuna complains, Chanchalam hi manah Krishna. O Krishna, my mind continues to wander. Pramati balavadridham. It's stubborn, and it torments me badly. Tasyaham nigraham manye. I think that trying to control the mind, vayoriva sudushkaram, is as difficult as trying to control the wind. What's truly remarkable about Arjuna's complaint is that it comes after Sri Krishna taught him in great detail how to restrain his mind from wandering. In spite of Krishna's elaborate teachings, Arjuna continued to struggle. Such is the challenge of controlling a mind that's as fickle as the wind. But if the challenge is so great, if even Arjuna struggles to control his mind, then what hope is there for the rest of us? The answer is found in the very next verse, where Sri Krishna responds to Arjuna's frustration with great compassion. Asamshayam mahabaho. O Arjuna, certainly it's true. Mano durnigraham chalam. That a wandering mind is hard to restrain. Abhyasena tu kaunteya. But with practice, vairagyena cha, and with dispassion, grihyate, it can be controlled. Practice and dispassion, abhyasa and vairagya, are the primary means for training your mind. The need for sufficient practice is obvious, but how does dispassion help train your mind? The word vairagya, or dispassion, is frequently used to indicate a clear recognition of the fact that mere worldly pleasures can never bring lasting happiness and perfect contentment. This recognition leads to a radical shift in your attitude towards life, because of seeing the limitations of worldly pursuits and the importance of spiritual growth. This same recognition led the ancient rishis to turn their attention within to seek the true source of happiness, contentment, and peace, as we discussed in the introduction to this course. So, vairagya, or dispassion here, indicates a firm commitment and a deep value for turning your attention away from the world and directing it within yourself. Not surprisingly, Patanjali uses these very same two words, abhyasa and vairagya, to explain how the mind is to be restrained from wandering. A well-known sutra says, abhyasa vairagya bhyam, through practice and dispassion, tan nirodha, a wandering mind should be restrained. During meditation, these two principles have to be followed meticulously. Every time your mind wanders, bring it back again and again, as often as necessary, driven by a firm commitment to turn your attention away from distractions and focus it within yourself. Mantra japa is usually practiced silently, although at first it can be helpful to chant aloud, as we discussed in the previous lesson. When chanting silently, your mind will be more susceptible to distractions. But there are several ways to minimize this problem. One way is to recite your mantra more rapidly when your mind starts to wander. By speeding up, your attention will get focused more intensely. Then after a while, when your attention is completely focused on the mantra again, you can return to reciting it at a normal speed. Another method is to mentally recite your mantra more loudly or forcefully. It might be helpful to imagine yourself shouting the mantra. Then, after your attention is again fixed on the mantra, you can return to normal recitation. One of my favorite techniques is to intone the mantra I'm reciting mentally, using a simple melody like those I demonstrated in the previous lesson. Just like you sometimes recall the melody of a catchy song, in a similar way, you can mentally sing your mantra. Adding intonation seems to make mantras more pleasing, and that helps them draw your attention. If none of these techniques seem to keep your mind from wandering excessively, you might find it helpful to listen to an audio recording of mantra chanting while you meditate. Thousands of recordings are available on YouTube and elsewhere, in which various mantras are chanted or sung with different melodies, with or without musical accompaniment. A number of my own recordings are freely available on our Arsha Bodha Center website. There's nothing wrong in using a recording while you meditate, but doing this indefinitely would be like failing to remove training wheels from the bicycle of an 11-year-old. Most meditators eventually outgrow the need for recordings. In the following exercise, we'll practice silent mantra japa. You can use the same mantra you chose for the previous exercise or choose a different one. It's best if you sit in a place that's suitable for meditation. You can listen to this exercise using a laptop computer, a tablet, or a mobile device like your phone. This exercise is also available as a podcast or download from our website, using the links in the video description below. I hope you are now seated comfortably in a suitable place. This exercise will take about 10 to 15 minutes. First, sit with a proper posture, as we discussed before. Close your eyes gently and take a deep breath to get settled down. Now, make a sankalpa to affirm your intention and commitment to meditate. Acknowledge the fact that you have many unfulfilled responsibilities and issues that need to be addressed. Since you don't want to be distracted by those things during this meditation, you can give yourself permission to set all those concerns aside, just for the next 10 minutes or so. Next, we'll perform the progressive relaxation exercise, like in previous lessons. Start by turning your attention to your feet. Become aware of sensations there. Notice a sense of pressure as your feet press down. Notice the touch of your clothing and feelings of warmth or coolness. Now, become aware of any tension that might be held in the muscles of your feet, and let go of that tension. Allow those muscles to relax completely. Next, turn your attention to your ankles and calves. Notice sensations of pressure. the touch of your clothing, warmth or coolness. Become aware of any tension held in the muscles of your ankles and calves, and let go of that tension completely. Next, turn to your knees and thighs. Notice the weight of your hands or arms where they rest. Notice any other sensations. Become aware of any tension held in your knees and thighs, and let go of that tension completely. Next, turn to the trunk of your body. Feel the weight of your body pressing down. Feel the firmness of the seat beneath you. Let go of any tension. Next, turn to your lower back and stomach together. Become aware of any sensations. Let go of any tension. Now, turn to your upper back and chest. Become aware of sensations and let go of any tension. Now, your shoulders, arms, and hands. Become aware of sensations and let go of any tension. Finally, your neck, face, the muscles around your eyes, at your temples, and across your forehead. Let go of any tension. Now, begin reciting your chosen mantra, chanting it silently in your mind. If you prefer, you can intone it with a simple melody. Focus your attention on the sound of the mantra, on the sound of each syllable as it arises in your mind. If your mind wanders, gently bring it back. Continue for 1 more minute, reciting your mantra silently, focusing your attention on the sound of each syllable. If your mind wanders, gently bring it back. Now, recite your mantra more rapidly, focusing your attention on the sound of each syllable. If your mind wanders, gently bring it back. Now, to see the effect of speeding up, return to your normal speed and continue reciting your mantra silently, focusing your attention on the sound of each syllable. If your mind wanders, gently bring it back. Next, recite your mantra more loudly or forcefully in your mind, focusing your attention on the sound of each syllable. If your mind wanders, gently bring it back. Now, to see the effect of reciting loudly, return to your normal recitation and continue, focusing your attention on the sound of each syllable. If your mind wanders, gently bring it back. Continue for 1 more minute before we conclude, reciting your mantra silently, focusing your attention on the sound of each syllable. If your mind wanders, gently bring it back. Now, as we conclude this exercise, stop reciting your mantra and just listen to these closing remarks. You can practice this technique whenever you want, listening to this exercise again or without it. If you practice it independently, you can chant more rapidly or more loudly whenever your mind begins to wander. Then, when your attention is focused on the mantra again, return to reciting it normally. In the next lesson, we'll discuss the use of a mala or prayer beads during mantra japa.